Welcome back to another episode of the Even Your Dynasty show. I haven't had many videos out the last couple weeks. Hopefully, we're going to be able to change that going forward. I've had a sick little one at home. I've been sick. It's just something's going around. Obviously, it's been kind of a rough couple weeks, but we're starting to come out the other side of that, and we're hopefully going to be able to start pumping out more of these going forward. You guys are going to get a two for today. I'm going to put this video out here, and then tonight Dan and I are going to be doing our live show. We may do it kind of towards the tail end of the Giants game, and we'll be talking a little bit about the game going on as well as some other topics that we normally cover on our off day coverage. So tune into that and check it out and join us on the live show. We have a ton of fun doing those and love the interaction we get. But this episode today, this video here, is going to be kind of a little bit of a tangent as well as me, kind of pushing for them, as you see in the title, to go do something bold. Like, it is time for Farhan to put his what on the table for once in his tenure here and, pick a direction to go in. And I've said those words a lot talking about the Giants, where pick a direction. But, here we stand 69 games into the season, and they're 34-35 in the picture of mediocrity, like they've been for two straight seasons prior to this. So it's as good a time as any to go to revisit this. But first thing, as always, I appreciate the support from everyone. I think we're up to like 525 subscribers. That's awesome. You guys have been great. I love all the interactions with everyone in the comments. If you follow me on Twitter, it's at EYD Show. You can follow me there. I'm usually pretty engaging on there as well. I enjoy all the back and forth. That's why I started the show, and that's why I started putting out these videos. It's a lot of fun. So keep doing that if you can. For those of you that aren't subscribed, I appreciate it if you do subscribe to the channel. It's helping me put out more of these, and go jump on other channels like NorCal Sports Network with those guys, and some of the other things, Nosebleeder Sports, I've done with them too in the past. So please, like, subscribe the video, and we're going to keep trying to grow the channel and hopefully have some cool things we can do, further out in the future as well. So have some kind of ideas. But now, kind of where we're going with this video is, as I put in the title, it's time for the Giants to go do something bold. Now, there are a couple different ways they could approach that. Doing something bold, it could mean, even selling off and embracing the youth movement and accepting the fact that, we might be sitting in the third wild card spot right now, or be a threat to be the first or second wild card spot, but recognizing the fact that this is an under 500 club, almost 42% of the way through the season. Like, we should have standards as fans of the San Francisco Giants. Like, here's the reality. The San Francisco Bay Area is the fourth largest market in the US, and their only competition in the market, the A's, are leaving for Vegas in the next couple of years, or likely leaving for Vegas. So you're going to have sole possession of the fourth largest market. They make more money than they know what to do with. They have all these different ventures that are bringing in money, all these different real estate things, these developments. The park is paid off. The Mission, obviously the Mission Rock development's finishing up. They're going to be making tens of millions of dollars off of that. They're still drawing, 2.5+ million fans, even with a just boring product that they had put out for multiple years. And it's a little more exciting this season. And we have some young guys that are, making that more exciting. And guys like Matt Chapman, who's been playing some great defense, and Lee, while he was around before he got hurt, was an exciting player. But, even with all these things, they're still making just an absurd amount of money. So when you can afford to have a $230 million payroll, we should not be talking about the Giants year in and year out as, hopefully they can win 83 games and we can get the last wild card spot. Like, we should have standards. This is the team this is the franchise with the most wins as a franchise in Major League Baseball. Not the Yankees, not the Dodgers. The New York / San Francisco Giants have the most wins as a professional franchise. They have the most Hall of Famers as a professional franchise. Our record against the Dodgers lifetime. They have more wins than the Dodgers. They have more pennants than the Dodgers. They have more World Series than the Dodgers. They should not be the team that's going, 83 wins is enough. It's fine. Like we should, as fans, we should have standards. Like 90 wins should be the baseline expectation for this team. And the fact that we've gotten down to, 82 wins might get in. No, why are we even talking about this? Like this should not be the discussion. So my feelings are go do something bold, whether that is to bring in stars now and go chase 90 wins, because the reality is it's never been easier to get into the playoffs than it now. And it in the history of Major League Baseball, like 90 wins will guaranteed be a playoff berth every season. And yes, the real goal should be the division, but I'm saying like a baseline expectation should be 90 wins out of this team. And but the fact that 3 wildcard teams get in has made it to where all these teams are content with mediocrity and knowing I don't have to invest that much. I can still get in with, mid 80s wins, and we can just we're going to be in the race and keep fans interested because we're in the playoff race. And it's not good enough. I mean, we shouldn't be hoping for a flash in the pan 2023 Diamondbacks team, run where they win 84 and get to the World Series. Because here's the reality, people. That Diamondbacks team last season had infinitely more talent than this Giants team. They had the upfront aces with Kelly and Gallen, but their offense, their ability to steal bags and manufacture runs, and the defense across the field was infinitely better than what we have right now. So we're not going on that kind of run. Like, I hate to break it to everyone, but even if the Giants sneak into the playoffs, they're not doing that. I mean, they have the pitching to maybe, go on a little bit of run, but we've already seen when they've played the Dodgers. We've already seen when they played the Phillies. We've already seen when they played the Yankees. They just get outclassed. They're outgunned, outclassed as an organization. They're just not as good. And I don't say that because I'm hating on the team or anything, or I'm pessimistic. Like, that's just the reality of the level of talent on this team versus the talent on those teams. That's what it is. So either go do something bold, go get, make the trade for Bo Bichette, make the trade for Luis Robert Jr. Go try and get these superstars, get these star players, and try and turn this team right now into a 90 plus win team, and bring the excitement back to the Bay Area. Make it feel like we've got the stars, we've got the team trying to win games. We're trying to win every day. Or do something bold and make some bold moves by, hey, Thairo Estrada, yeah, you've been a fan favorite, but see ya, dude. Brett Wisely's just better now. Like, it is what it is. I hate to say, because I like Thairo and a lot of people like Thairo, but you can see the very distinct difference in the bat quality between those two guys. And guess what? Brett Wisely's every bit as good defensively at second base specifically. So, go with some of these young guys. Bring Luis Matos up. The argument I hear all the time is, oh, we can't afford to play him because we might be costing us wins. Well, that same mindset caused Elliot Ramos to spend 6 weeks in Sacramento. How many losses or how many wins did we cost ourselves because Elliot Ramos was in Sacramento instead of San Francisco, not playing over Yassin Slater? You can't quantify it. Like, that's the problem. We don't know how many we cost ourselves there, and we don't know how many we may or may not cost ourselves by playing Matos over Slaz. Like, those are the issues we're running into right now. So either do something bold and go with the youth and commit to that and say, you know what, we're probably not going to make the playoffs this season, but we are going to commit to trying to make this team what we should have as an expectation. We're going to commit to trying to turn this into a perennial winner going forward by developing our young players instead of treating every season like the future does not matter and stalling development out on all these young guys and doing everything we can to not set them up for success. So either go that route or go big. But I mean, I don't know about all of you, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you think I'm just being a curmudgeon and ranting about something I shouldn't be, feel free to let me have it. That's fine. But I want, let me know what you guys think, because to me, this team either needs to go big and try and win, go get Bo Bichette. It might cost you Marco Luciano and Carson Wisenhunt. And frankly, I'm just fine with that, because if you look at the organization, I feel pretty strongly that we have a lot of talent in the outfield, especially with Ramos and Lee already up in the majors, Matos kind of on the cusp. And then guys like Hunter Bishop are showing that he might be a player. Grant McCrae's now in Sacramento. He might be a player. You have a lot of outfielders up in the upper levels that can contribute. And then you have, but then you look at shortstop and they've got pretty much nothing at shortstop. So, maybe you make that move. You have a lot of starting pitching in the minors. I like Carson Wisenhunt. I think he can be really, really good. But I don't think he's just like this surefire ace that's, going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball that we can't afford to let go, especially when you get a guy like Bo Bichette. And I understand he's hitting 240. He's like a 640 OPS or 660 OPS or whatever it is. But you look at his peripheral numbers and you look at, a lot of things with how he's still hitting a lot of line drives. He still uses the whole field. I have confidence he's going to turn that around. He doesn't suddenly look like he can't hit a baseball. It's not that situation. So, go get him and extend him. Put a big, giant contract in front of him, pun intended. Put a big, humongous contract in front of him. Sign him up for 6 or 7, extend him for 6, 7 more years, and on top of the 1.5 that he has left that he's under contract. Go do something big. I mean, that's how this organization should be run. They should run themselves like a big boy organization, because where they are located and everything, they are a big boy organization. They just act like a little brother, and that shouldn't be acceptable. Not to me, not to all of you, not to the people in the front office, not to Buster Posey, not to the managers, not to any of them. They shouldn't be okay with the way they have been run. So that was my tangent for today. Like I said, we're also going to have a live show tonight. I don't have an exact time. I will try and get that figured out, and I will get it scheduled and showing for everybody to see. It'll probably be, the only thing I know is it's gonna be after I put my little one down. So it'll probably be sometime like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't know, something like that. And like I said, we're going to do it at the tail end of the baseball game. So hopefully they're winning and we have some nice things to say about the team as they're going. And we're going to be kind of watching the game and talking about it. But we're also going to talk about last week. I'm going to get Dan's thoughts on some things. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about what I just said here. We'll talk about probably the Astros series and now Nick Ahmed's back and they sent Casey Schmidt down, and Marco Luciano is now done with his rehab, but optioned to Sacramento, and he's playing second base, and he's actually looked pretty solid. We'll see if they keep him there now that Ahmed is back up, but he's looked good at second, which is a good sign. At least they're trying a different position. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a lot to talk about tonight, so check that out tonight. But yeah, like I said, give me your guys' thoughts, like, subscribe, comment, all the stuff, share it with your friends. I appreciate the support. So go Giants, and I'll catch you all later.